Good morning, everybody. I was just checking my watch to make sure it was morning. It's Lynn, the leather bag lady here. Hope you're having a great day. It's a gloomy day here. Leather bag lady weather report. Yeah, it's kind of one of those Glasgow days today. Anyway, let's get down to it. The bag that I was taking the parts from is done. That's been deconstructed. I showed you that yesterday. Now the bag that the parts were for, I have now finished my efforts on bringing that back to life. So that's our first bag today. So this bag, it's very heavily moisturized right now, which is why it's looking so shiny. It's a croc embossed. It's not croc. So what I've done with this bag, there were a whole bunch of what I thought were areas without color down here and over here. But in actual fact, what it was more than likely another bag had been stored up against this bag, and it was a metallic. So some of the finish, it's almost like when you put tape on your sweaters to get fuzz off. That's very similar to what happens, especially that metallic, the foil, because it is such a topical treatment as opposed to a dye that actually soaks into the leather. So all I did was, where's my, hang on a second. I got my, I'll show you. I got my electric nail file, and I put on a very, very low grit bit, and I wet the area that was, had the foil on it, and I just very slowly ran this over it, and it came off. So I do that. That's the whole reason I got this electric nail file. Thanks, Jules, one of my trailer park family, for showing me where to get one. I did have one and it broke, and I really didn't, I don't know, I was looking at Dremels, and I didn't want to spend that kind of money, and I didn't need that kind of power, because anything that's really powerful, you can do more damage. Slower, softer is better. So that's what I did to get rid of that bottom. I re-dyed some of the area around this rim that was, losing color, and then around this rim here as well. So this bag is gorgeous. I love this bag. It's not a big bag. I think if it was a little bigger, I'd probably be keeping it. But it's got these really funky 80s long shoulder straps. It opens up completely. The zipper goes all the way down the side. It does have these little leather gussets. They're not vinyl. They are leather. Now, inside has some wear. And if you saw my deconstruction video, you'll know that these little indents, it's cardboard inside. And that was the whole purpose of me deconstructing the sister bag to this one, but it was just too far gone. Here's the nameplate that I took out of the other bag, and I've installed it. It's not, I didn't want to disrupt the lining, so the little peg is just back here. I thought about taking the lining away, but it is, I mean, it's still together, but there is some wear, and that is probably the main area of issue with this bag. But I mean, it's not ripped or anything. There is a little bit of separation down in one bottom, but it's fine. Beautiful little zip pulls, this little horse bit. So you come to one side, come to the other side, and then you've got these little horse bits. Now, just an added bonus with this particular bag, it does come with the original dust bag. Due Fratelli, Milan, Montreal, Paris. So this is the original dust bag for this bag. It was purchased in the 80s in Toronto, Canada. And the lady who I bought it from was the original owner. She had the other one as well. I'm not going to put it away yet because I still want some of that moisturizing cream to dry. But she did say she may have a blue one, so she kept my email, and if she has a blue one, because the black one, that's what you had. You had a tan, a black, and a blue. And white wasn't her thing, she said. So I mentioned to you yesterday that I've been kind of reassessing some of my regular stock. And by regular stock, I mean not vintage. And really, some of the collections I have, I don't even consider the bag. I just put that brand in its place with all the other items I have from that brand, not really paying any attention to whether that particular bag could be a vintage bag or not. So as I'm getting low on new additions to put in my Etsy store, I'm starting to kind of wake up to the fact that I may have a whole ton of vintage stuff back there, and I'm not even really considering it because of the brand. So the main brands that I collect are Coach, Fossil, Roots, and Derek Alexander and Danier. So there's kind of five. Derek Alexander, Danier and Roots are Canadian brands, and then Fossil and Coach are American brands. So I don't know why. Derek Alexander I collect because I stumbled upon their value, and that's the other two bags that I have today. So I won't talk about that right now. I'll talk about that when I show you the bags. Fossil, I just love the quality of the leather. I just think, if as these companies are moving forward, the quality is not what it used to be. I think we can pretty well say that across the board. I know maybe my colleague, the Vintage Coach Collector, may agree or not with me. I think the newer bags, there's more focus put on the factory outlet bags. I have a couple of boutique bags, and the stitchings come out, and and I think those vintage Coach bags especially are second to none. And the Roots bags, absolutely. Derek Alexander, for sure. Danier, I wouldn't touch a new Danier if you gave it to me. So definitely the vintage there. And Fossil, I think we've talked about that one. Coach, Roots, Derek Alexander, Fossil, and what was the other one? Danier? I don't know. Anyway, so let's have a look at the first bag. So if you're Canadian, you may or may not know this brand. This brand is about 32 years old. They hail out of Calgary, Alberta, and they are very, very expensive for a relatively unknown brand. I would get these bags from time to time, and because my pop-up shops were in retirement homes, I found that my senior ladies, my more mature ladies, would just gobble these up because they knew the brand and they knew the functionality of the brand and the quality. So this brand, I feel, as much as I think they've tried over the years to change this element of their branding, they are more for the mature lady. So whether that moves forward as a vintage item, I'm not sure. So I'm going to list a couple of them for a number of reasons. Just they are superior quality. I mean, the leather. So this one, for example, is a 90s. Very similar to some of what Danier has put out in that they are just so multi-compartment. This is a dark brown, and the leather is just gorgeous. But I mean, here's what I'm talking about. So you have a compartment here. You have a compartment here, and they're known for this plaid lining. So there's a compartment there. There's a zippered compartment here, and then you open up to all of this. So you have a number of card slots. You have a whole compartment here with a zipper, a number of card slots, a compartment back here, a pouch here, and then we continue on. You've got another compartment, and another zipper. Are you going to put something in every compartment? I don't think so. I think if you were to fill every one of these compartments, the bag would be this wide and it would just look dumb, in my opinion. Is the bag slack enough that you can put a lot of stuff in it? Absolutely it is. There is a little bit of color loss here, a little bit of color loss on the strap. If the bag sticks around and I get my dyes, I'll touch it up. The bags, I'm playing around with getting some dye. I just can't part with the money right now. I guess I'm being a bit miserly. I don't know. I just, I got to be careful, right? The strap is adjustable. Does this have usually it'll have a Derek Alexander stamp here, but it doesn't. So this is bag number 1. It's just, or bag number 2 rather. It's just they're beautifully constructed. I don't know. I think maybe 1 or 2 of them in the 6 years I've been doing this, I've seen interior leather, the interior lining fall apart. Whereas you get the sack bags pretty well routinely. Their linings are ripped, and so that's what you're paying for. They do bobble the lining, and I take my shaver and I'll take care of that. But I really do appreciate the functionality of this bag. And not everybody is a fashion bag lover. You may just need a leather bag because your old ones ran out or crapped out or whatever. So, I mean, whereas us bag lovers will change a bag just because we want something new on our arm, there's a lot of people out there that just want a quality bag. And I have had customers who only buy Derek Alexander bags. So it may be that you're watching this video and your mom likes Derek Alexander bags, but doesn't want to pay hundreds of dollars. And how I found that out was I found one of the bags with the original price tag on it, and it was $198. And I'm like, what? What's $198? And I looked at it and was like, for this? And then I went online. Holy moly. The bags are upwards $500. And I thought, I've never even heard of it. But I guess it's quality, and they are sold in leather specialty stores as well as the Bay, and where else have I seen them? Yeah, like the old Hyde House, specialty stores will carry them. So the last bag I have for you is another Derek Alexander. This one's probably early 2000s, just the shape of it and the crossbody-ness of it. This is a very typical color for him. Something just dropped. Oh well. Very typical color for this brand, this kind of caramel, beautiful leather. So here we are again with our pockets, and then another zipper pocket here. This one doesn't have the plaid on the outside pockets. So here you're opening up and just look. So you've got some card slots, you've got a key thingamajigger, and then you've got a zippered pocket, another pocket, a zippered pocket, and another pocket and another zipper. So, I mean, like, this is crazy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 compartments. And again, are you going to stuff the crap out of this? Maybe. But if you want it to still look like an attractive bag, you're not going to. So it's, you know, really nice leather, beautiful bag. The benefit of buying something like this from me is just price and condition. Everything I get is cleaned inside and out, and weather guarded, and I don't know how easy they are to find. I think they are a very overlooked brand. I know when I watch Miss Philly, it drives me nuts. And I don't know if any of you other folks out there who are resellers will watch other people thrifting and just be yelling at the screen, "You've just missed it! You've just missed it!" And I see that all the time with Roots bags. And I can usually spot a Derek Alexander from a mile away. So I find myself, you know, my friends yell and scream at their hockey team. I yell and scream at the thrifters because they've missed bags. And obviously, you know, it's Hadrian and Purse Flippin'. They have access to a lot better bags than we do. They're out in California where, you know, they're dealing with a completely different buyer out there. There is a little ink stain here. I don't want to rub it too much because I'd rather have a faint stain than a bald spot. That's listed. Have I pointed that out in the listing? I'm not sure. I'll have to recheck that and change that if I haven't. So that's my 3 bags for today. Yeah, not sure what's on the agenda for today. Nothing too exciting, I don't think. Just doing my thing. Did my little bit of exercise this morning. Not a stair day today, so I got up at the same time, but did my Donovan Green. I didn't work all that hard this morning, actually. I guess I need to try and up that a little bit. What else can I share with you? No, I think that's us. We've had a moment today, and hopefully you're having a good day, and we'll have a great rest of the day, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. Bye.